Hello, everyone, and welcome to this fireside chat from NetPrompt AI. My name is Prashant, and today I have the pleasure of speaking with someone who have been at the forefront of revolutionizing how we interact with network infrastructures. Pradeep, founder and chief technologist, and Yogi, co-founder and business strategist at NetPrompt AI. Welcome, guys.
Hi guys.
Thank you, Prashant. Excited to be here and talk about what we've been building at NetPrompt.
Excited to have you guys as well. So, Yogi and Pradeep, tell us a little bit about your journey. Pradeep, you go first.
With over 20 years of experience in network engineering, IT systems, and AI application, my focus has been pretty much using the complex technologies and making them more impactful and useful. Currently, I'm a founder and AI architect at NetPrompt AI. We are currently building a agentic AI for network management. Using our agentic AI, network operation teams will be able to work more efficiently, and also they will be able to troubleshoot the day-to-day issues at a faster track.
All right. Having spent around 29 years in technology, people, GTM, sales, and business management in diverse roles across multinational organizations, my significant stints have been in Hughes and Nokia, spending a majority time there. But this is my second startup, where as the co-founder of NetPrompt AI, I'm driving GTM, sales strategies, business product management, customer liaisoning, and investor alliances.
Okay, so welcome once again, Pradeep and Yogi. So let's dive right in. NetPrompt's tagline seems to suggest a future where we talk to our devices. Can you tell us more about AI for network devices and how it changes the game, Yogi?
Absolutely. Think of generative AI as a translator between human intent and device level commands. At NetPrompt, we built a prompt based engine that lets network engineers simply describe what they want in natural language. And our AI generates precise vendor specific configurations or diagnostic commands for that. Whether it's a router, firewall, switch, or a Wi Fi access point, the AI understands the context and speaks the device's native syntax, eliminating the manual guesswork. So, effectively, we can say that NetPrompt as an agentic AI system that can interpret high level, syntax agnostic Gen AI inputs via natural language prompts and translates them into precise actions across disparate systems, regardless of the vendor or device type. And since our target devices are used globally, we have a geography agnostic product.
Yeah, that's awesome and interesting. Now, Pradeep, as a technologist, how did you get the idea? And this might be really instructional for a lot of people. How did this idea germinate inside you? And once it did germinate, how did you train the initial model and for which vendor, which vendor's device with whom you can talk and give instructions to?
Yeah, that's a very interesting question, Prashant. I have been working with network operations and engineering teams for over 2 decades, and I've had first-hand experience how frustrating it is for network engineers working in those teams to manage a multi-vendor network like Cisco, Arista, or Juniper. So basically, it's a frustrating experience, as I said. The network engineers in those teams need to hop between multiple command line interfaces, and also the command set of each vendor device varies from one vendor to other vendor. In fact, if you take some particular vendors like Cisco, they have multiple operating systems within a single vendor, and the command set between those operating systems is different. And it is really challenging for network engineers to remember all the command set for all the different vendors. So that's where the came the idea where we have put a simple question: why can't we manage the network engineers the way we talk, naturally and intelligently? That inspired us to build NetPrompt AI that not only just talk to the network devices, but it is network aware as well as it understand the intent, context, and it can automate the network flows without any coding. So the second part of your question, to answer your second part of the question, Prashant, we not build our own model from the scratch. We have utilized the foundational model, We've done a lot of prompt engineering, tool integration, and also done a significant amount of fine tuning to make them interact with the network devices like Cisco, Juniper, and Arista. We build a structured reasoning layer about the foundational model, enabling it to analyze the network issues, execute the command safely, interact with ITSM tools like ServiceNow, and follow the operational guardrails, which helps us not to build our own model from the scratch.
Okay, that's impressive, Pradeep. Now, here's a question for you, Yogi, because you're a business strategist, amongst other things, at NetPrompt AI. So, most enterprises deal with a multi-vendor ecosystem. So, you can have switches and routers from Juniper, Cisco, and a plethora of other companies as well. So, how does NetPrompt handle that complexity?
Great question. The multiple vendor challenge is real. NetPrompt is trained on command line patterns and behaviors across leading vendors. So it can be Cisco, Juniper, Arista, maybe Fortinet or Palo Alto, and you name it, and many more. But when a user gives a prompt like check interface errors across all switches, the AI intelligently maps it to the corresponding syntax for the corresponding vendor and then executes it and consolidates the result and provides it to the user back again. That is true cross-vendor abstraction, which is powered by AI.
Okay, that's interesting. So you do handle multi-vendor environment as well. So Pradeep, next question to you. Uh, so you often emphasize no-code natural language interaction. Is this really the new interface for network engineers? And as a subsidiary question, are you saying you're the pioneers in conceptualizing this no-code natural language interaction?
That's an interesting question, Prashant. So traditionally, networks has been automated using Python code, Ansible and all. Using generative AI, which we are leveraging the foundational models, what we have done is that we have built a platform that can be automated. I mean, say networks can be automated without using any code. Our platform understand the intent and context. Based on that, it generates the required command set, and also it has the ability to interact with the devices directly. It not only configure those command set, but also it has the knowledge to once the configuration is done, it has the knowledge how to validate that configuration as well. So on a hindsight, on a whole, there is no, I would say, no programming language that is required for automation using our platform. It is no code automation platform, which network management teams can utilize it by using simple natural language prompts using the English language.
Awesome. Now, next question to you, Yogi. And I've often dealt with this situation myself. Troubleshooting is a real nightmare for any network engineer. So many things can go wrong. My default routes are not properly set up. My source routing can go, asunder, and then you have IP tables rules which come into play. So troubleshooting, therefore, is often a nightmare. So can NetPrompt AI help here too?
Completely agree with you, Prashant. In fact, our diagnostic engine uses intent-based prompts, like why is the network slow on floor number 3? And the AI begins a guided multi-step diagnostic using symptoms, logs, parsing, interface health, and traffic flow analysis. It even suggests probable causes and remediation steps. What would have taken 2-3 hours of digging can now be accelerated to just a few minutes. NetPrompt is fully integrated with ServiceNow. So that means that in effect, the level 1 or level 2 related support tickets can be automatically raised and handled by NetPrompt. NetPrompt also has one very beautiful functionality, and that is that you can create custom prompts in simple English, which can be a set of customized actions which you would want to be taken again and again. And what you all need to do is just simply execute all of them by referencing to that custom prompt and use it any point later in time.
Okay. And one of the challenges which network engineers and their managers have to deal with is a comprehensive network auditing. So a lot of sysadmins have this concern around compliance and audits. So let's say I've got a network which is up and running, but and I have to undergo an audit. So can I run kind of a dummy audit and that kind of thing? And can NetPrompt AI support network auditing?
Yes, I mean, we've built comprehensive audit templates that can be launched using simple prompts like run full compliance audit. That's a simple English statement, but that can make the AI check against best practices for security baselines, configuration drift, access controls, and all the user actions are recorded in log files, and reports are generated in human readable forms and technical formats, making it suitable for both technical leads and compliance officers to use it later in time. NetPrompt AI has a certain salient set of features which carve out a niche for itself. So there is a human in a loop approach by which NetPrompt would prompt you to approve the set of commands, and then it executes on the device by default. But once you remove that, after being sufficiently confident on the your usage patterns and your set of commands, it can make a very powerful batch processing AI machine. That means it can keep executing one command after the other from a long list of commands, and practically mirror the role of a sysadmin or a network engineer. There is also an inbuilt but customizable list of prohibited commands which can be defined as an access control policy, and the risk of accidental usage of damaging commands can be drastically reduced with that.
All right. And let's face it, that this landscape of these network devices is not a static world. On the one hand, there are various kinds of network devices like wireline and wireless devices. They are getting constantly upgraded with their firmware, more features are getting added. So the nature of those devices and features change. And on the other hand, more and more devices are coming into the marketplace. We can have even devices as network functions coming from 3GPP or from the wireline side. So as networks get more diverse, how is how is NetPrompt rather expanding to support a broader portfolio?
We are continuously training NetPrompt AI on new device types and protocols. So the architecture is modular. As long as the devices have an interface like a CLI, API, or a SSH, we can model it. We are already rolling out support for enterprise wireless, SD-WAN, and even some industrial control devices. Our goal is to be the universal AI layer for all network devices, one-stop shop where you can talk in simple language to all your devices across the vendors. Presently, our product roadmap focuses for upcoming functionality where we are accelerating around including more device types like IoT endpoints, load balancers, etc. We are also including more OEMs under our umbrella like Fortinet, Aruba, Nutanix, Ruckus, and many more. And our third priority is to get in-prem LLM support, which is needed by some of the banking and other systems who want the entire system to be contained within their own network. As a matter of fact, talking about the in-prem LLM support, I would like to elucidate that even in its existing flavor, NetPrompt stores all the customer configurations, logs, and the installations which are specific for the customer details in-prem. What we share on the cloud LLM is not context sensitive, and we don't store anything on the cloud along with the LLM there.
All right. Now the proof of the pudding is in the eating. So we have heard you talking, but and all that is very impressive. But Pradeep, can you show us something? Can you please show us the potential of this agentic AI innovation for network devices with something you have at your hand? Can you give us a demo?
Sure, Prashant, I'll be more than happy to do that.
So you can go ahead and share your screen.
So, Prashant, what you have done is that for this demo, we specifically simulated three-site network where you see three sites like Mumbai, Bangalore, and Chennai. The Mumbai site is pretty much a Cisco gear. The Chennai site is like Juniper and Cisco. The Bangalore site is Arista and Palo Alto. We also simulated MPLS links connecting these sites, and we also simulated internet links, one each from Mumbai and as well one from Chennai. So we want to demonstrate how network engineering teams can use NetPrompt AI to manage such multi-vendor environment. So when you talk about NetPrompt AI, it's a simple interface. We provide this a virtual appliance where the customer can install them on premise. It's very rapidly deployable solution. When customers are using such solution, they need to make they know there is no need to make any changes or big significant changes on the network. They just need to bring up the appliance and they need to feed the appliance with the contextual data regarding the device information and login credentials. Once those information is available to NetPrompt, they can start working, they can start using our agentic AI for their network management tasks. It's a pretty simple interface. So they get a web interface once the appliance is installed on their premise. So it's a very simple interface. It has only two components. One is the chat interface where the network engineers in the network management teams can use to interact with their network. There's admin console. The admin console gives the provision for network engineering teams to provide the contextual information like the device information. If there is any specific command set, the network engineering team is comfortable. As you know, Prashant, most of the networks, they may be using common vendor equipments, but the way they're configured in each organization differ from one organization to other based on their industrial domain, what are the industrial standards pertaining to those domains and other stuff. So we give the NetPrompt A is completely customizable solution where based on the customer's network and their networking standards, it will give you an option to provide the contextual information to customize our agentic AI to suit their networking use cases. We also provide a customer prompts where if a customer want to automate one workflow, they can just use natural language prompts. No coding is involved in it. For example, here you see a audit prompt where we given a natural English prompt. There's no coding involved in it. Just a pure natural language. Most of the organizations has a security compliance with regards to what needs to be configured on the device, what are the standards, industrial standards they need to follow in. They can create such prompts in natural language, and later on they can use this prompt for analyzing the network. In our discussion, you rightly pointed out, Prashant, how can NetPrompt AI helps to do the device configurations. Once they create such prompts, they just
And this was the custom prompt I was mentioning when I was talking about creating a customizable set of actions which you can keep using later again and again by just referencing this particular keyword.
they just need to type NetPrompt and security audit. Sec audit is the prompt name, and it will ask the device name which you want to audit. Once you give that device name, then the NetPrompt AI will automatically logs into the device, get the configurations. So as Yogi said, we have designed this tool in a human in a loop model where it is not fully autonomous. Whatever the agentic AI is doing, it will keep the human being in loop. So here what you say that it is saying that I will run this command. Are you fine running this command? Once the user say yes, then NetPrompt will log into that device, run those command and get the output based on the customized prompt. NetPrompt will analyze that configuration and give and correlate that with the security guidelines of the company based on the custom prompt that is configured and give the security guidelines. So the task that takes at least a hour, more than a couple of hours, using NetPrompt AI, the network engineers will be able to do that task within less than minute time. So here you can see that since it's a lab setup, there are a lot of compliance related issues NetPrompt AI has showcased over here.
And since these are a set of remedial actions and probable actions which you need to take, here it's expecting a human in a loop approach. But the agentic AI is intelligent enough if you equip it with autonomous way where you eliminate the human in a loop approach, then it can keep executing one command after the other and finally give you an output that what all went successful and where it faced the challenges.
And then it becomes Skynet, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. So other thing I want to showcase here is Prashant. That it's does not bound to a specific vendor. It's a pretty vendor agnostic platform. For example, we have a Chennai router that's Juniper made, and we have Cisco Mumbai router that's a Cisco made. Simple command like check interface status varies between the vendors. Chennai for Cisco device it's different, and Juniper device is different. But what we would like to showcase is that using NetPrompt, users can just ask check interface status on router name. Since it's a Cisco device, it understands that this is the command that is required for Cisco device, and it goes in and executes there. And it will give the output in a human readable form. They don't give it don't copy paste or retrieve the output and show here. It analyzes that output and gives you the precise information. What we want to showcase here is a Chennai router, is a Juniper router. The same say the same prompt request for a different router, it will translate it to different command set and execute. You see that for a Cisco router, the command set is show IP interface brief, but for the Juniper router, it's altogether a different one. So it is show interface status. The same prompt request on a Chennai router, which is of Juniper make, it translates into different command set. So once the NetPrompt AI shows that command set, you just need to approve it. And then the NetPrompt AI goes to the device and execute that command set and gives you the summary information. The information is not just the command output, but it will summarize the output and give it a human readable form. So the other thing what we want to showcase here is that NetPrompt AI is integrated to ITSM tools like ServiceNow. The network engineers who are working on the network tickets, they can simply ask NetPrompt AI. As mentioned in that task, the network engineers no need to log into the service now and look for tickets. They can simply prompt here and asking for a new tickets which are related to network with high impact. NetPrompt AI will automatically log into ServiceNow tools and list those tickets. If the network engineer want to look at the specific ticket, he can ask for the details of the specific ticket. NetPrompt AI will log into the service now and show the details of the ticket. It not only shows the details of the ticket, but it understands the ticket, what exactly the ticket is meant for. As you see that the particular ticket, it is showing that internet is down at a Mumbai site. So it is also giving a suggestion saying that the Mumbai site, that as we said, it is not only the device aware, it is a whole network aware. Already NetPrompt AI is fitted with the contextual information regarding to our demo setup. So it understands that Mumbai side, the internet link is terminated on the MUM-R1 router, and it is terminated on so and so interface, and this is the IP address. So it is also suggesting what all needs to be done to troubleshoot that. So it is also giving the steps, and it does not stops over here. Once the user says that yes, you can go ahead and proceed it, it will come up with a list of command sets that are required to troubleshoot this task. Once the user approves that yes, you can go ahead and run these commands, it will go to the devices, run those commands, and provide the summary information saying that what exactly the current status is. So from the information, it is giving a summary saying that the internet links is up and fine. The BGP session is established. It is able to ping the I mean say ping that interfaces as well. And it is saying that there is no problem with internet links. So the network engineer who is working on the ticket no need to juggle around and go to the ServiceNow interface to update the details. He can just ask, please update these details. You can say something like, please update these details on this ticket. The NetPrompt AI will automatically update the ticket details on that ticket. As you know that we have configured this as a human in a loop approach, it will ask the approvals before updating the ticket details. The other key feature, Prashant, what NetPrompt provide is the task scheduling. What here it provides the option to simply write some natural language prompt, and it will give the ability to run those prompts at a regular interval. So we want to check the connectivity, this IP address. And we want to create a ServiceNow ticket. If there is a complete packet loss, so what basically it does is that it runs this prompt at regular intervals, and if some conditions are met, it will automatically raise a ServiceNow ticket. So what basically we are asking is that check the connectivity for an IP address from a router. If there is a packet loss, or if the latency is higher than 1 millisecond, then it will automatically raise the ServiceNow ticket. So it helps in proactive monitoring.
You want to mention an or over there, complete loss or?
That's a good catch, Prashant.
Or no, okay, lots of packets, right?
So what it basically does is that you need to define the interval and name as well.
So this is
You
like
need to,
the cron job of yesteryears on Unix, where we used to just schedule few particular tasks, and then at specific intervals of time, the kernel would just invoke those commands and keep executing it.
Yeah. So basically, what it does is that it will log into the router at the regular intervals, and if there's a packet loss, it will automatically raise the service now tickets. So what we want to showcase here is Prashant, we are no-code platform. Generally, it takes Python coding or some sort of a scripting to do such tasks. So using NetPrompt AI, using a natural language prompt that is pretty much in English language, network operation teams will be able to automate their day-to-day task, and they will be able to schedule those tasks as well at the regular intervals.
Awesome. It reminds me of this movie called The Iron Man, where there's Jarvis, and and then the Mr. Stark is talking to Jarvis, and he does all the hard work for him. NetPrompt AI is doing something similar to Jarvis out here. Awesome.
Thank you.
So thanks, Pradeep, for this demo. So Yogi, what would you say? Is NetPrompt AI a friend or a threat to the current network operators?
I would say it's a AI itself is it's an assistant and a friend of network operators in a way that it's alleviating the network engineering from command and syntax specifics to now the context and the intent. So now in a mixed kind of a scenario where it is a multi-vendor scenario, it's no more restricted to syntaxes or device specifics. It's about intent-based networking. It's about what you want to do overall as a holistic set of network monitoring. That's the perspective. We are seeing a change when we are introducing multi-devices and multi-vendors.
Excellent. And well, ultimately, at the end of the day, everything is business. So, who is funding this venture? I mean, how many employees are there? If you're already a running company, and apparently you have a running company, and if people are actually interested in investing or working with you guys, what should they do?
Well, we are a NVIDIA Inception startup company. So presently we have credits from NVIDIA, Google Cloud Platform, and AWS. While we are presently being bootstrapped, we would be looking out for funding in due course of time to scale it up. Presently, it's Pradeep and me who are taking care of the overall operations, but we are always welcoming like-minded smart brains with hands-on AI expertise.
Awesome, and that's clearly visionary, Yogi and Pradeep. But before we wrap up, I want to touch upon one, sort of a philosophical part of the whole business, and that is that this ecosystem which you're dealing with is very, very large, and sometimes it's fragmented, sometimes it's based on specifications, sometimes it's based on customizations. So before we wrap, I want to touch upon how this vision of yours of NetPrompt AI, how does it connect with the larger ecosystem? If you have any final thoughts.
Absolutely, Prashant. Thank you for asking that, and it's a pretty pertinent one. We see NetPrompt not just as a product. We see NetPrompt as a concept with which you can manage all the devices across the networks, across the vendors in a simple, holistic manner. So it's a single layer which abstracts the context and syntax specifics, providing you a facility to interact in simple English with your devices. So, as a platform, we want it to be a collaborative innovation. We are inviting small and medium enterprises to explore technology partnerships, whether it's co-innovation, co-selling, customer-specific fine-tuning, or embedding NetPrompt itself into their services. So for that reason, we provide three flavors of NetPrompt to our customers. The first one is a free tier, which can be used for testing and evaluation purposes, and of course has a limitation on the number of tokens which can be crunched by NetPrompt AI per day. The second one is a standard tier, which is for a pay-as-you-go model. So where you buy a package of tokens upfront, more like charging a prepaid mobile plan, and we provide more flexible prompt engineering along with that, and of course, more number of tokens which can be crunched per day. The third one is the premium model, and that's for our enterprise segment, which allows the fine-tuning of the model and provides tailored NetPrompt solution as per the enterprise's needs. So presently, we have a MOU with few networking MSMEs, and few more are there in pipeline. Coming on the training front, we are working with a set of network training institutes so as to bring real-world AI cases into the classroom. These use cases are jointly published under both the brands. We enhance the academic and professional credibility of theirs. And in fact, we'll be launching a partner spotlight section on our website to showcase those institutes as our preferred networking lab partners.
Awesome. So, that's clearly encouraging and a very inspiring outlook. It seems to me AI is not just simplifying the networks, it's transforming, as Pradeep and you just explained, how we interact with them. So thanks a lot, Pradeep and Yogi, for sharing these insights and giving a demo. And I'm great to see you guys working on this.
Thanks, Prashant. It's my pleasure.
Thanks a lot, Prashant, for taking out time for this podcast. It's always a pleasure talking to you. Thank you so much.
And to our viewers, if you have been, thanks for watching. If you're an educator, entrepreneur, or network engineer curious about how AI can empower your network devices, reach out to NetPrompt AI, reach out to Yogi, Pradeep, and build the future of networking together. And until next time, take care and stay connected. See you around. Bye for now.